Hey there. So this is week 15, and we are going to complete the book this week. And I want to point out a few things to you because my main goal with this week coming up against Thanksgiving is that you and I are both able to have a complete break with no nagging. I've got to go do this. I've got to go read this. Or for me, I got to go grade that stuff. I want us all to have a true break. So you may be alarmed by that deadline, but the deadline, the goal of it is that whatever you've got to do, it will be done by the time classes are done. And you can have 4 days, 5 days that you're not worried about English. I don't know about your other classes, but it will not be my class that is keeping you awake. All right. So your deadline this week is going to be Monday, November 23rd, this coming Monday. But there's not much to do, guys, so I don't want you to be stressed out. What I want is for you to have your study guide completed and for me to be able to read it before we all go do our thing for a few days, okay? So here's what it's going to be. This is the video that I'm making right now. I'm updating this video for this year. And then you're just reading the rest of the book. So you can literally sit down and read those chapters in one sitting. It will not take long. Go ahead and do that tonight or do it if you have a lunch break. Get that done because that basically is it. I have a study guide here and there's not a lot to ask at the end here. And then I have a final discussion that I want you to participate in. It's just a big question of what's on your mind. What did you think of the ending? That kind of thing. And it pays to look at the discussions and then peek back in there and see what other people have written, because sometimes participating in that discussion is just as meaningful as creating your own post. I really enjoyed reading the ones that you have posted from the previous weeks. All right, so the interact section is this lecture that I did last year on the end of the novel. It ends really abruptly. I thought maybe there's something had gone wrong because I literally just finished a sentence and the video's over. I must have hit the time limit for Screencast-O-Matic. But this goes over that climax, the end of the book. And then there's the final discussion. Actually, I messed up here. This is your study guide submission for these questions right here. I've given it to you in 2 ways. This is the side-by-side. This is the study guide if you just want to do those questions by themselves. This is where you'll submit it. Down here is that final discussion. It's an open discussion, and as I wrote here, it would be good for getting some ideas for the essay. I have posted the 3rd essay link here just for you to read so that you know that it's out there. But I really don't want you to get your stress hormones up until the Monday after Thanksgiving, okay? That Thursday, December 3rd, is a deadline for you to go to the English studio to get some help with that essay. I'm going to give you prompts for the essay, so the substance should not be the problem this time around. I'm going to give you a prompt like what you might have done in high school. Okay, so you'll be answering a question. So that answer to that question kind of gives you your thesis, which tends to be the thing that students have the most trouble with. All right, so there's the sheet for you to see. I haven't provided the prompts yet. I'll put the prompts out later, not today, because I really am trying to be sensitive to the fact that a lot of us are really stressed out right now, and I want you to have this vacation. So for this week, here's what you're going to do. You're going to finish the novel, answer my questions, submit my questions. I would do that this week. Then you're going to watch my lecture, and I've given you a heads up. You know, when you're managing your time, it's good to chunk it, like set aside some moment that you're going to read. Then if you've got 15 more minutes, do your study questions and submit those. If you've got 14 more minutes, that's when you're going to watch this video. And then here's that final discussion. I don't anticipate that you will spend more than an hour to 75 minutes on this entire week's lesson. That's why it can be due on Monday. All right, so Monday at noon. All right, so we're pushing things up several days, but by doing that, you're going to have a clean slate for English, and you won't have to think about English until you come back and you log back into Moodle on that Monday after Thanksgiving. All right, I hope you guys have a safe and restful break.